Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of the shop. Today we are going to finish the ladder with putting on new bolts. We're going to put in some transom lights, we're going to put in some interior lights, and we're going to put a latch in for the back seat because the back seat likes to come up. Well, the transom lights and the interior lights, you'll like them. If you want to do that, it's not difficult. So yeah, let's get into it. Well, we got the top on. So we fixed the top. We fixed one side right here, which I got to go back through and redo this one screw. I don't like how it's not sitting flush. And then these other ones have to go. And then I've got other ones that go up here that I've got to pull these out and put the new ones in. And when I do that, they're a little bit long, so I'll have to cut them off. But we can handle that. This, I'm going to have to take the back seat out because I can't get it in there. I can't get myself in there. I was struggling to get these little bits in here, but like I said, I mean, it's pretty much sitting flush. This one's not. It's crooked, so it just needs to go in probably just more. The screw hole might be off a little bit, but these, alright, my battery died. So yeah, like I said, got longer ones of these. Got to pull these out, redo those. Got some transom lights and some interior lights. They're blue. I'm going to try these out. We've got to put new terminal ends on the battery. Then I got a latch for my seat because it keeps popping up. And then some struts to help out with lifting the back. So that's the next project. Alright, so before I start moving stuff out of the way, gotta take this whole back seat out. This panel's not bolted to anything, so it just pops straight up. This just slides straight out. We gotta fix the bottom of this because the staples have all rotted out. Get new staples for that. Since this isn't bolted down to anything, we're going to re-bolt it down to the other wood going back that holds the engine compartment as an engine compartment. And we're just making some room right now. So, that's what we're doing. Well, I'm sweating to death already. I haven't even really started. If you've seen the other videos of anything power-wise, this is my awesome battery box. Yeah, I need to change this out and just get a regular battery box. But what we got to do is we got to change the ends because these are loose all the time. All the time. So I got to pull them off, put new ones on, clean up the wires, everything else, and then clean up some other stuff back here. Then I got to start looking at where I'm putting these transom lights in, and once I do that, I got to start drilling, wiring, and screwing them in. But we're going to get the battery done first, because that won't take long, and we're going to go from there. Alright, so I'll put y'all in a little comfortable position so you're not in my way. So we're going to undo all this. Alright, so we got the ladder done. So it's all cleaned up. It's got a little bit of silicone up underneath. All these bolts are tied down with fender washers and little washers. This has to be trimmed, but as you see, it looks a whole lot better than what was on there, which was all rusty. It works good. It leans down. Boom. It's not giving anything. So now I've already went and did some heat shrink and connected these wires to some speaker wire and tested them out, because these transom lights is what's going on next. And I wanted to make sure I had enough wire to be able to drill through the transom all the way through into here, pull the wire and connect it to a switch up on the panel up there. So that's what we're doing. I'm only putting 2 for today. They're bright-ish. I think they'll be brighter in water, but if I need to, I've got like 10 of them, so I can put 2 or 3 more down here on the bottom, in the back if I want. I also have some for in the cab, so I'm going to put a couple in the compartments, like where the speaker is over there, and then that other compartment over there I'll put 1, and I might even put 2 in the engine compartment, so that if I ever lift it up in the evening, it's got blue lights and you can see. Or hell, I might even change them out to white lights. But yeah, so we got the battery done so far. We pulled that out, broke a bracket, so I got to make a new bracket. I got some aluminum, so that'll work. Got this done. Got the top done. It's off right now behind me, right there. Dirtied my boat up, and now we're doing this these transom lights. So let's get to measuring up, and then we're going to drill and put these through. I'm also going to silicone around where they go in, just to make sure it doesn't leak back through the back of the boat, which it's the back of the boat. It goes straight into the bilge, and it would just pump out anyway. But if it's sitting for a long period of time, I don't want it taking on like 75,000 gallons of water. So it is getting a little bit later and cloudy, so I've got to hop on this. And we are doing it in my boat shed, if I didn't already mention that. So let's get down there. Alright, so we see kind of the water line right here. So my guess is I want to go right below the water line, which I'm not going far below the water line, because if we're using these things, we're more than likely just cruising extremely slow. So thinking I might put 1 right here and leave room for a second, or I might put it over here and then put the other one over here later. So all I know is I gotta drill basically 2 pilot holes for screws and 1 hole all the way through the transom for the wire. If I do that on 2, that makes 6 holes. So I'm going to measure this up, top, bottom, however, probably from here to over here, and from up here down to here. And that's how I'm going to get my a measurement for where I'm putting it. But like I said, I'm following this water line, so I'll probably come an inch or 2 below the water line, probably 2 inches. So I'll probably be right around here. So we're going to do this. The good thing is this doesn't have to be perfect. If I screw up as of it's crooked or anything, that's you won't ever see it unless it's off the boat and you look at it and it's sitting there like that. You can do it like that, like that. I would recommend, especially if you're OCD like me and like things uniform. So alright, well, that's my 3 holes, big hole, 2 small holes. So let me measure this up on how big this is right here, and then we'll get it in there. Alright, so I brought a little kit from West Marine. It's a tapping screw kit, but I'm going to drill a small pilot hole for this. These are about the perfect length. I've only got a handful of them, so I can't put, like I said, many transom screws in. Got longer, skinnier ones, fatter, shorter ones. I got a whole setup of different ones, but these seem like the ideal bet. So I'm going to get in there. Let me get these pilot holes cut. one's done, I'm just going to flip over and do the other one. We'll measure it up one more time. It's about 2 inches below the water line to the top, about 10 or 9.5 inches down from this bevel up here, and I think it was 15 to the edge, 15 to the outer edge. I've already got it ready to go. All I gotta do is drill holes, mount it. So, let's go there. Well, as hard as I was pulling, because this has a little bit bigger hole than what's in there, I need to wallow it out a little bit more. It broke, so I got to pull all this heat shrink off and redo these. That'll take me about 5 minutes, so that's what I'm gonna do. All right, let's see if it lights up now. All right, looks good. All right, so those are drilled. Now it comes time to wire them up. So the way I'm going to wire them up, I'm going to wire that one to this one, and then this one up to my courtesy light switch, and that'll be the transom lights. And then the other lights are going to be about probably on the same switch, but I'm going to put them, like I said, throughout the cabin. So I just got to find out how I'm going to put them and where I'm going to put them. So yeah, I don't know yet, but I'm just happy we got those two done. And that looks good. I just hope it's bright enough in the water. So could have gotten green, but I didn't like neon green. I like the blue. Blue kind of matches, even though I'm green and white. I don't think there's blue anywhere on here. Whatever. Fishing boat's getting green though. So, alright. On to the next part. That's wiring that one to here, that one to there. So, yeah. It's gonna be fun. I don't have my heat gun way out here. I gotta go get an extension cord and everything else. So. Okay, so here's a courtesy button right there. I need to see what all it turns on. Because I know my navigation and anchor lights, they turn on two different things. And so this courtesy light is going to be for just my pleasure. The anchor and nav lights are good to go. So let's check this out and see if I got a bow light. Oh no, my courtesy lights, I think they're for my gauges, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know. But if they are, cool. If they're not, cool. I'll figure something out with that. Because I would like to have gauges at night, but I don't have my key with me right now. So yeah, we'll send a wire up here. Don't mind this. This is my solar panel I keep in here. Just kind of keep a charge on everything. Alright, so it's a new day. And we figured out this switch. And I kind of broke my little thing right there. Oh well, fix that. Because I don't like this wood paneling anyway. That's going to get changed eventually. So I've got a wire ran. Goes through here, all the way back. It's going to go all the way back, but it's going to piggyback off each other. I have a couple that I've already made last night. Had to end early. And I don't remember where I put them. So, probably down here in the mess. But what we're going to do is, it's kind of a not permanent solution, not the best installation, is I'm going to piggyback off of each one. We're going to put one up under that console right there, piggyback it to one in that compartment, piggyback that to one that goes up here, piggyback that to one that goes back there, which is piggybacked off of the ones on the transom, to here, put another light in there, put another light here, put another light here, put another light there. And then these two in the middle are gonna piggyback off each other, probably coming to this side. So just a bunch of piggybacks with some heat shrink, and so it makes it even easier. And if I had to pull it apart, I'll have enough wire where I can cut it and redo it if I don't like it. So let's get to this. Alright, so got this for up under the console, wired to this one, which goes in the big compartment down there, wired to this one, which goes in the small compartment right here, and then I got this wire, which is going to the back compartment back there. So I just got to figure out where I'm going to mount these in that compartment. So I'm going to go ahead and string these through and mount these. They all work, I've already figured that out. And then we're going to make another run with all the other ones. So let's do that. Alright, so got a lot of wiring done, I guess. Got a blue light there, one in that cabinet, one right there for right now, one in here. Oh, let me step out. Hold on. And then two down here. I went ahead and just drilled another hole, put one of these because these are brighter, put it right above the water line, so kind of angles it down. So you got both of these. It's a hole drilled. Here, let me show you on this side. Oh, it's a hole drilled straight through the transom, then a 5/8 drill bit wallowed out, and then a 3/4, because this only fits a 3/4, so it fits in there nicely. And then the 5/8 was just so it wouldn't be so big, because the interior of this for the light itself isn't as big as 3/4, so it fits in there nice. And then I'm going to silicone all on the inside so it doesn't have any thought pattern of leaking. So yeah, we're getting there. Alright, so my boat's still a mess, but hitting the courtesy light right there, boop, that blue, 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 and blue over there. So now that we got all blues, we're done with the wiring. We didn't do any up front yet. I'm not sure where I want to put it until I get it on the water and drive it, because the factors are, if I'm driving and I put any lights up here and we're not just sitting around, it's probably going to end up getting in my eyes somehow. I'm contemplating on putting it back here real tight so you can't see it, which is a possibility. So since we got that done, boop, now we've moved on to my latch down here, and I've already put this in, which I might put a piece of wood behind this bracket to push this out further, just to see if that will work. And I've already made me a little piece for down here. See if I can set y'all up. This is so low. There you go. So I'm trying to see how I want to do this. So this has to be pushed out because I don't want it rubbing against the seat here. So the way this is lining up right now is way too far forward. So I got to cut the back. I got to cut this back here, shave some more of here, and once I do that, round out these corners as much as I possibly can, and we're going to push this out maybe 1/2 inch, and that'll make this a whole lot better. And I'm mounting it above this so you don't end up catching yourself anywhere up there, but everything's going to be smoothed out super clean and to where it doesn't hit. So I got to get me a piece of wood and put this on there, drill some holes out, and get some longer screws, and then we'll have our latch. This is going to get painted as well. So next we'll get a piece of wood, put behind here, push this out, figure out where I want to put this up here and how far I got to cut this back, because like I said, it laying like this, I gotta cut a good portion back here off. So that's what I'm gonna end up doing. Alright, so after adjustments, I've got it where I like it. I'm going to wallow this hole out a little bit so it fits it a little bit better. And I like how tight that is now, but it needs a little bit of give. And then I'll start cutting the sides here into a more circular motion on both sides so it doesn't hurt anybody. And then I'm going to drill some holes out and put it up here. So that's where I want it, right there. Just got to make sure that nobody gets cut on this. Alright, so here's the completed product. Countersunk holes, wallowed out, pinhole, and all smoothed off, painted, ready to go on here. So now I just got to get some screws and line this up and put it up there. Looks like I'm probably going to get 2 screws in and then get the rest after I lift the seat up. So let's do this. Alright, so it works. So pull that back, you can lock it, you can let it go, and depending on where the seat is, it'll just come down, push it in place, boom. And now it's not going anywhere. Well, stopper came off. But this thing's stainless, this thing's regular mild steel. It's painted. They keep an eye on it so it doesn't rust too much. But I like it. It's not going to go anywhere. I need to clean all this up. Some mildew remover and whatnot. So that's what we're still doing. Next, I'm going to look at some other stuff that may or may not make it in this video. I want to get these struts on, like, pretty bad, so I might be able to get that done. And then the transformation of this boat is almost complete. I want to redo some stuff up here, get my radio in, since I haven't done that yet. I got speakers in. I need to pull these out, measure them up, or find out what the size is of them. And once I do that, I can order 2 more speakers, some more wire, because I already got 100 foot, which consistently should wire this whole boat. But take this out and put new ones in. Just going to wire them in series with these, and so they're just going to jump from here to here. This one's going to go all the way around the back up to here. That's where the radio is going to be. And I'm thinking about, since I have a stereo switch, so I'm thinking about putting a solenoid on here to power from here over to there and power it that way, but I'm not sure yet. So that's going to be for another adventure. Let me see if I can get these struts on. Got some bracing for the back too. Like I said, I need to get those the wood that's vertical to line up with this and to bolt the back seat down to it so they don't move. And then once I do that, I can get these struts on. So let's do that. Okay, got a little bit loud because it's raining again. So this is like week 15 of rain. These struts that I have, they're a little bit long for the application I'm looking at. So I want them to push up far enough, but at the same time I want them to tuck down. So I'm gonna have to figure a happy medium. So this is too long to post up here. So if I come down here more, it won't open as much. But I gotta find, like I said, the happy medium where it opens all the way, but at the same time the strut's out of the way. So we keep working with this, and I guess measure up, order some more, and hopefully I can mount those and make this be more hydraulic. Even though these are pretty stout, so I need to order some that aren't this weight. I can't remember, I think it's 80 pounds. So I need like, I guess 80 pounds between them, or 50 pounds between them, something like that, or I mean 100 pounds between them or something. I don't know, but that's pretty hefty for just something like that. That is heavy, but it's not 160 pounds. So almost not even, I don't even think it's 80. It's just heavy. So I'm gonna put everything back in, clean this all up, mounted these in. These are not moving. Got my lights in, cleaned all that up. Still gotta refresh all this at a later date. And just mainly cleaning up. So we're gonna see how it does on the water tomorrow with the lights. You may not can see me, but being towed right now. But as you see, the LEDs in the cab are doing great. The transom might not be able to be seen good right here, but it's doing amazing as well. Well, I got new videos coming up of how to rebuild a 4.3 Merc Cruiser, because my oil pump, I think, went out, and we're like 3 miles away from where we put in. So we're going to continue this another day. I'm going to thank you, if you can see me at all. I want to thank you for joining in to another episode of the shop, and until next time.